back again with another video. So I know it's been a while, but man, let me tell you, it's been a lot going on and it's been a lot to discuss. I'm here, I'm still working, everything's still fine, everything's going pretty well, I must say. But just listen, man, I know that it's a lot of things going on. I know it's a lot to talk about, it's a lot to catch up on, especially with an election coming up. You know, we blaming different sides about what's going on in the trucking industry specifically. But I gotta say, man, you know, it's a lot going on. I know a lot of people that I've helped personally start their trucking companies. And I'm just gonna jump right into it because I know you guys haven't seen me in a while. I haven't posted a video in a while because I've just been very busy with everything that's going on. Because look, when it comes to this trucking thing, it's been a lot going on, especially with the people that I helped get started. You know, and I haven't been much of a mentor as far as like, you know, keeping up with every single body because there's so many of y'all that I've helped get started, and it's not a lot. It doesn't take a lot to get your authority started and get active and stuff like that, but it's the process of it, ongoing, finding loads, finding freight and stuff like that. And people, once they got started finding some difficulties. And I know it's been very easy, especially they gave people like literally a 1 year window. After 1 year, you know, it seems like everything went downhill. It seems like everybody was getting a lot of money for maybe like a year. It's been a lot of money. Everybody been getting a lot of money in the trucking industry, which made everybody naturally want to jump into it. And then they just, you know what I'm saying, unscrewed the bottom and let everybody fall through. To me, that's what seemed like what happened to everybody, especially if you wasn't established and you was just getting started and you was making good money and then you didn't know how to sustain that, and then repairs and expenses and all that type of stuff happened. It just really took people out of the game. That's why you don't see a lot of people even talking about trucking no more, except for the new people that's getting in now, because they're getting in at a point and position to where it's like, okay, things are kind of normal. So $100,000 is good money, you know what I'm saying, coming in and starting out. Because truth be told, you could go to trucking school, they're offering a lot of people a lot of money, and a lot of stuff and regulations is going on with that. I'm sure you guys have heard that, you know, they're about to start taking away licenses if you have certain things going on, reporting to the clearance house, and you haven't clean that stuff up. They're about to start taking driver's licenses. Me personally, I just been staying out the way. I just been continuing to focus on what I have to focus on and trying to get back to reality. Because, you know, when we was making all of this money in the trucking industry in like 2020, right? You know, a lot of that called for expansion. Like, you got all this money, you're making all this money, you're like, okay, well, I'm about to reinvest it, you know. And for a lot of people, even for me, looking at certain things, that wasn't really a good idea, because you reinvest that money back into the trucking industry. Let's say you bought a new truck. Now you go from an owner operator to, you know, actually have to manage drivers and stuff like that. And me taking the easy way, I thought, which was like, you know, leasing the truck onto a carrier and letting them handle everything, which was good. It worked out pretty good. I made money and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, still, the driver would still had the ability to work whenever they want to and stuff like that. And if you have expenses like a truck payment, for example, you know, them not going to work will affect you. So a lot of those type of things came into effect, came into play when it came to these different type of things. So that's just a little example of what's going on. Hopefully I'll get to making videos, you know, here in the next few days to kind of like go step by step of what's going on. But a lot of important stuff that I think I need to address right now that's going on with the trucking industry that people need to know, because I know that I'm the one that's been helping people, not charging you guys a dime. And we still have people that want to get into the game, right? You still want to start your trucking business. And it's still maybe not the worst idea in the world, because like now things are kind of like back to reality, I would say, because these rates, I've said it before, has been what we've been seeing when I first initially started. Then in 2020, end of 19, you know, it's been all this money that was being made in the trucking industry that kind of like flooded the market, which wanted everybody to become a truck driver all of a sudden, or buy trucks or get in the truck industry all of a sudden. And it kind of exaggerated the market and stuff like that, which made brokers and everybody feel like, well, you know, it's a lot of people, so we could just lower the rates. Everybody's trying to get their hand in. And before I go further, I'm gonna let you know examples of this, because I've been running contracted freight because That's another video for another time as well. The reason why I don't really do contracts. But the short end of it is like, I don't want to be obligated. If I want to take a day off, I want to be able to say I'm not going to work today. That's why some of these things when it comes to the trucking industry doesn't fit my personality, because I know that freight got to get moved regardless. If you got a load that need to go somewhere and you're under a contract, by all means, you're contracted, that load have to move. So with that being said, I had an agreement, well, not even necessarily agreement, but you know, they will send me multiple loads and I'll go ahead and book them in advance. I would say 2-3 weeks in advance. And I was running these loads. I'm gonna show you here. Let me see if I can pull it up here, because they have these loads, same currently, but they don't really call me for them anymore, because at original prices, they was paying me these loads right here, right? I was getting $300 per. And it only took me about an hour to run them, depending on how fast they loaded them and unloaded them. It only took me about an hour. I'll get loaded, I'll run the load to the delivery, get unloaded, come back, pick up another one. I was doing 3 or 4 of these a day at $300, right? I did that for about a year. And then the next year, they wanted to go down. So they went down and I accepted. We went down to $250 per. Then I was doing 4. I went from doing $250 for 4 of them to $250 to running 3 of them a day. And then that kind of dropped, because now the next year, so this is what I've been doing for the past 3 years. The next year, a company comes in and say, hey, we'll do them for $175. We'll do them for $200. And now they had multiple trailers and all these different things. I'm talking about they had 20, 30 loads a day. That dropped down to 10, 15 loads a day. And they just started giving them to the cheapest person. So that's the pro and the con about contracting. Now, if I was contracted at $300 for however many years, they would have to give them to me at that price, of course, until the contract ran up. And then they would have been able to just say, hey, we're not renewing the contract. We're going to give them to someone else. But all of that being said, that's just an example of how the undercutting and all of this stuff started happening in the industry, with multiple trucks getting saturated with everybody starting trucking companies. And now we're to where we are now, 2024, where things are coming back to normal before all of the inflation and all of this stuff, before all of that, when you can run from Atlanta to Orlando, you know what I'm saying? And when it was, the normal rate was $800 or whatever the case may be. That's just an example. But now they're trying to pay $400 to go 300 miles and all this just ridiculous rates, because they feel like, well, somebody's gonna do it. But as you guys know how this all started, when you guys first started seeing me, I was helping everyone. You know, you email me, which you still can, by the way. I still got the insurance, because everybody that's still rolling and getting started, you know, I've been sending the insurance people that I still use to this day, factoring company that I still use to this day, ever since I got with the factoring company that I'm with now. I haven't had no issues with them. And, you know, fuel cards and etc. I've been helping everyone. And people are like, man, you crazy, bro. Like, you should be charging for this information for the game that you give. That's irrelevant to me. Like, if I can help you guys get started on your journey in the way that you need to go, and to help you not make the mistakes I made starting out, then I'm gonna do that, because it doesn't take me no time. Well, actually, it takes me a lot of time, because there's so many of you guys, you know. But I see your email, I try to respond to everybody. And now I'm gonna be real honest. Like, I'm like a month, 2 months behind in emails because of you guys. And it's a good thing, but I hope that you get an email from me before you make a decision with starting with someone that I wouldn't really recommend. You know, maybe it works out for you, maybe it don't, but I'm still trying to work on getting everybody out. So if you get an email from me and it's like a month later, that's why. And I really, really apologize, but forgive me. I don't charge you guys. Now, if I was making money off of this, then maybe I can hire a team or something to email you this information. But if you get an email from me, you got it from me personally. So there you go. But I hope all is well. I hope everything's going good. But that's just to show you guys, man, like, it's a lot going on in the trucking industry. I hope you guys haven't been, you know what I'm saying, doing drugs or alcohol or whatever, and you lost your license, or you got a ticket and now it's on the clearinghouse and they about to try to take your license from you. I hope that's not going on, because that is something that's coming down the pipeline this month. That's what they're trying to do to you guys. And just overall, man, the trucking industry is crazy, because like, with all that too, me making videos and content for you guys, I know this video is kind of getting long, but this is just an update really. But I'm gonna get into back to the basics for you guys coming soon. So a lot of this stuff is gonna be reiterated because I already made videos about this, but truth be told, for y'all that are new and for y'all that are gonna come across these videos brand new to the channel, you know, a lot of this stuff need to be redone. A lot of these videos need to be touched on again because some things have changed, updates to policies and stuff like that I need to probably get into. But I'm gonna start making some of those videos. Even though I might have made a video about it in the past, I feel like a lot of this stuff is still the same, and you guys will get a lot of knowledge from just, if you haven't seen it in one video, you might catch it in the next type of thing. So I'm gonna try to do that for you guys. But I'm still here, I'm still working. And then I know a lot of you guys too, you guys like my point of view videos when I actually record my day-to-day. You guys see me at work. You know, I have work tomorrow. I have work. I've been working. My truck is up, and I'll give you guys an update on the second truck too. I haven't went past 2 trucks. And I know that you might can listen to someone else or watch other channels to people who have multiple trucks that's doing way better than I am doing considerably or whatever. You might find more informative to you. So you know, you're welcome to go watch that. But me, I'm just a normal person, just like you know, trying to get started, trying to find my way. But, you know, as far as my personality goes, dealing with drivers and stuff like that, man, you know, it kind of make me want to reconsider. Because I've been making good money just owning and operating my own truck. And when I decided to buy a second truck, now I gotta rely on a whole other person. That's what the conflict comes in when it comes to my personality, because I just want to do my thing and chill and live and enjoy life and provide a lifestyle and be cool. But when it comes to all this other stuff, man, it's just, it can be a lot. So just take that into consideration when you want to get into the trucking industry. But if you're an investor and you don't drive yourself, you'll have the time to deal with the day-to-day when it comes to when it comes to drivers or having drivers or multiple drivers and multiple trucks and that type of stuff. But hopefully, you know, you guys take a little bit from this video. It's not very informative. It's just kind of more so an update video of what's going on and a lot that's going on. It's just been a whole bunch of me letting you guys know that, you know, I'm still here. I'm still available through email. I'm behind on emails, and people that I talk to personally, you guys have my phone number, reach out to me. And I really appreciate that too as well, because I've been running into a lot of you guys who've seen my videos and you recognize me. I appreciate you guys as well. And to all the people that's been reaching out to me personally, because, you know, you have my phone number, like somehow we connected throughout all of this, and you have my phone number personally, and you call me and you text me, you reach out to me. You guys know who you are. I appreciate that as well. So, but I'm still here, man. Like, subscribe, share. Until next time, see you in the next video.